Cerberus can't see through his rage. He needs our help, Phrynos.
How's it going? Hey, the head wedge isn't busting your chops too bad, is she? What, with you coming back here pretty often lately and all?
I know Headmistress can be very demanding. I'm sure she hopes I would have encountered more success by now, but she's been nothing but patient.
Really? Well, I hope that sticks.
The Oath of the Unseen is somewhere here. Isn't that so, Princess? The aura that it emanates, I haven't felt it since before all this. I thought the Oath was lost with Mother Nyx, but it was in the care of Lady Hecate.
It's in my own care now. The will of Night shall be done, no matter what. Isn't that so? You're here among the unseen. You know our charge.
The Oath is clearly in good hands.
You're here, Lord Charon.
Regained your strength, I see.
We'll have to see how much Kronos still loves his gold after all this. The good thing about traitors is their loyalties can be bought. Lord Charon always delivers. This one. Right on time. Lord Charon's gold rewards. Ordering this.
I know my brother trusts you more than most.
Headmistress, if Olympus is besieged, then why am I not permitted on the surface? If I could aid the gods, then they could aid us even more.
Melinoe, however you complete the task is up to you. I have not barred you from the surface. But I caution, if you go, your strength shall fail you. Your birthright is to blame. No fault of yours.
Born in the underworld, and here I'll stay, thank the fates. I don't intend to live up there, Do you know how long I'd even have?
I know your brother and father had a day at best ere they could not stand it any longer. Perhaps you're different, but don't count on it.
A day at best. O altar of ashes beneath which I stand, fulfill your true purpose that I know firsthand.
'Tis done.
Moondust. Hey, where'd Hecuba and Gali scamper off to? I'd ask Headmistress, but she doesn't like it when I show even the slightest concern for her familiars. They're fine, Melinoe.
Well, they probably are fine. Each on a little scouting expedition at my own behest, under the auspices of the Good Witch, of course. The Hound goes one way, the Polecat another.
Those little scouting expeditions always seem to last a while. I'll have to keep an eye out for them then.
Where they're going, they shall appreciate seeing a friendly face.
So often has my sleep been racked with nightmares. Memories, perhaps, of when headmistress took me in. If your dreams are troubled too, O sleep, you show no sign of it at least.
You tried?
Did he just... Have I tried what? Nemesis must have a head start. Hail, Shades. My altar's all charged up. What's this? I never realized. Let me see.
A fine choice.
The tablet.
Always she returns as dusk gives way to night. You getting a handle on that walking stick of yours? There's other stuff you might like better in the puddle back there if you got the silver for it. Just be sure to try it all out on me.
You mustn't speak ill of Discura, sir. To the surface. Moss.
What are you doing on the surface, young lady? How will you survive? Surely you know your line is bound beneath the earth. Your strength is better spent against our foes down there.
As the ill-fated princess feels her life force fade with every breath of surface air, her sole recourse is to return from whence she came.
What? You! Return to Shadow now.
Just a moment. You traveled to the surface, knowing full well the fates decided long ago that those of your line could not survive there and would always be forced back to the underworld.
Their curse was palpable. I never intended to stay for long, just long enough to lend my relatives support. But it seems your sisters insist that I do no such thing.
Well, I don't see them around right now, do you? Incidentally, there was once an incantation that I happened upon, which was not intended for my eyes. But I now choose to think that it was intended for yours. Farewell.
Unraveling a fateful bond. I couldn't breathe. The way you can breathe out of water, so too could I breathe the surface air.
Ready for more? Huh. I must admit, I'm unaccustomed to displays of flattery. Forgive me, I don't quite know what to say except thank you.
You're very welcome. Though I'd not intended it as flattery, it's just... Don't even mention it, all right? Thank you for visiting me last night, Lord Moros. So, hypothetically, if I were to complete a certain incantation that somehow loosened the grip the three fates have on my birthright, how angry would they be?
Please understand, Princess, that I am not at liberty to give advice on matters such as that, not even hypothetically. I trust I've been sufficiently direct in putting it this way?
In other words, we shouldn't be talking about this at all, and I assume all risk for my actions related to any potentially forbidden incantations that I've learned.
Yes, that covers it.
No prophecies about me on the surface, so they don't know, or know I won't succeed.
Good evening.
Should be of use.
You visited the surface. I can't imagine that played out particularly well. At least you made it back at all.
It was draining. Even at night, something about being under the stars, I didn't know there were so many. It was more than I could take. You were right.
A lesson learned and an experience gained. The fates themselves do not want you up there. What shall you do?
I have an incantation to complete. I don't need to stay forever on the surface. I just need to hold on long enough to make it to Olympus.
Ah, then you seek to improve this aspect of yourself without rejecting it outright. I see how that may work.
It has to. Can I suppress my illness on the surface?
The Good Witch always figured you would make your way up to the mortal realm. Once you were ready and the situation called for it. Well done.
She warded the pathway there, until such time as I had the means to pass through. But the climate on the surface is another matter.
Your underworld birthright stuff getting in the way? A curse, not just a blessing, it would seem. Well, if your witchery got you this far, surely it can aid with this predicament.
That's the plan.
Princess? Can't believe you got to Kronos before me. Knew you stood no chance against him, but didn't think you'd get there at all anytime soon.
Is that supposed to be some sort of compliment? Or an apology, perhaps?
No.
May we converse? Patience, young one. You were most brave to venture to the surface, and most foolhardy as well, debatably. Is there no incantation that could help?
I think there is, Commander. Except, it calls for reagents that can only be found up there. But how am I supposed to gather them before the incantation is complete?
Mayhaps just make a run for it, I don't know. So what if you can't stay long? Just grab what you need and get out of there.
It's not ideal, but... toward the gods. Hold on, everyone. I bid you shine for me again tonight.
You are not meant to be here, little star. Your cursed blood shall fight your every step. Yet Nyx herself would understand the struggle that you face. She too once thwarted what the fates foretold. The choice is yours. Total eclipse. As you require. Surpassing strength.
This... again... This isn't working. A bat cage, but no sign of any bats. Ow! Return to Shadow now. Has to be a way I can survive up there.
Oh, you don't need to get this kind of stuff from me. I can just take whatever stuff of yours I want when you're out.
Well, you can't take this while I'm out. I keep it on me at all times for just such an occasion. You must remember something of life on the surface, right, Dora? Anything at all? I wonder what it must have been like.
I don't remember, and I don't wonder. Who cares? This is the life right here.
Your companion Dora, she's a lively one, especially for her age. Most of the dead grow quite lethargic over time, although I suppose things have been more eventful recently.
Dora seems to be quite intrigued by you, Lord Moros. Call it a morbid fascination. You mentioned her age. She doesn't seem to have any recollection of such details. But you can just tell.
I have my ways. Dora is, well, she's not the eldest one here, though she's been around longer than most. That much is safe for me to divulge.
Huh. What is all this?
Looky who!
Disgusting.
Miss me, Trouble? Thought I'd flit on over for a bit again and see how everybody's doing, since I'm welcome here and safe still, aren't I? Though it has been a little while.
It's not been long enough. Much as I wished you'd grown past your childishness, Eris, I can't imagine you've returned for any reason other than to keep it up.
What, you can't imagine I just want to visit my big sister, if not you? I get it, you're still mad I slowed you down before, but I will not do that again, I swear. So, truce?
We'll see.
Truce.
Look, I do want you to feel welcome here and safe. It's not just something that we say. All of us have lost something here. May this gift of nectar show my words are true.
Wow, made with real golden apples. Thanks, babe. You're the only one who's made a real effort to bring me into the fold. Say, why don't you take this? It isn't much, but I've been holding on to it in case I found a friend.
Oh, this really isn't necessary, but, thanks. Hail, Strife.
What's up, babe?
One to keep track of. Where are you, Headmistress? Nemesis on break, I guess.
So Doom has come to stay with us a bit. My last and only other brush with him did not resolve particularly well, so I'll just keep my distance if that's quite all right.
All children of Nyx are welcome in these crossroads. Though I think Lord Moros wishes to keep his distance too.
No objections here.
Ignium.
Everybody at attention.
More to be done up here. Cold up here.
You made it to the surface, little niece. Too bad we couldn't scour the place before you got here, though. We're right in the middle of a big shakeup.
surging on. Rest again for now. I can't. I call upon the moon and draw you down.
You dispelled the crossroads surface gateway wards. Traverse the veil between the world you know and this one that I look upon each night. Perhaps our plan required this new phase. Which suits you? Phase shift. You have it.
How can I... Return to shadow now. Oh, so that's the surface then. The air up there did not sit well with me at all.
Boo. Saw you jetting up horns again. Yeah, he's a bit of a stiff, but I guess he's not so bad. I think maybe I met him before, back when I died.
Oh, I doubt it. You'd remember having met someone like that. And he'd remember you as well. Though you have been dead a while.
Yeah, maybe I was one of his first jobs. Just an innocent young woman doomed to a cruel, inevitable future she never deserved.
Okay, Dora.
Hello.
The crossroads hide the plans and movements of the nightmare-bringing witch and her compatriots. But for how long?
For long enough.
Forgive me if I overstep, Princess. It's just... it seems to me that you and Nemesis don't always get along.
Whatever could have given you such an impression, Lord Morehouse? Perhaps all our incessant squabbles over petty things?
They can't be petty things if they're of your concern, or for that matter, hers. I understand there's some dispute about your task. You were chosen for it, she was not. True?
That's true. Nemesis trained hard, but so have I. The choice was never mine, yet she blames me.
If I know Nemesis, she blames herself. Although she takes it out on you, that I can see. If anyone, she ought to blame the fates.
I know, right?
Malenoe? Oh, come, Malenoe, you need not influence me with such gifts. We have a task. Let us stay focused on it, no?
You have taught me to apply myself to many things at once, Headmistress. Why can't I stay on task while paying my respects? Headmistress, Olympus seems reluctant to ask outright, but I can tell my family there needs me. I cannot shake the sense that I have to help them before I can achieve our task.
You needn't shake that sense, for it may well be accurate. Are you still thinking of an incantation that may help you to survive such a journey?
I am. Up there, I'll be like a fish out of water, right? Suffocating. But with a proper incantation, I was thinking maybe I could hold my breath until Olympus is secure.
Such a spell shall not be simple. Though if you demonstrate that you're sufficiently well-traveled, then perhaps magic such as that shall help you go farther still.
I'm counting on it.
Come here.
Evening. So how has Nemesis been faring out there? Taking matters into her very capable hands. Not making too much grief for you, I hope?
So you know already. And Headmistress must too. Nemesis is being Nemesis. Discovering firsthand our task is not as simple as it seems.
Say no more then. Though if she becomes too intent on impeding your results over achieving her own, we'll step in.
It won't come to that. Hey, I suspect I know the answer, though I don't suppose you want to pay a visit to the springs? Clear our heads?
Appreciate the invite, but I'm on guard duty right now, probably until time claims us all. And this suit takes forever to get on or off. You really went up there. They could have called for somebody with experience, but I guess I don't deserve it as much as I thought.
I'm needed there as part of my task. Though they must miss you on the surface. So much suffering.
Justice doesn't matter anymore. The mortals had it coming. Maybe we all did.
Don't say that.
Never accept defeat. Ah, to have felt the deadly sting of the sister blades. Mayhaps these are the sharpest blades with which I've ever been sliced.
I'm honored to bear them.
Like getting stung by bees.